Sorry, I wear it so much I forgot I still had it on. So to all of our viewers, but especially those wearing a mask every time they leave the house, welcome to the lockdown. Summer is just around the corner, and the wonderful weather is tempting everyone outdoors. LA Police Chief Moore called upon people to resist the urge to congregate in closed recreational areas in the coming days. Chief Moore said, "Save us the awkwardness of having to admonish you." This threat sounds like a utopian fantasy of Los Angeles, where the worst thing the police will do to you is yell at you in public like a drunk girl outside of Tao. I just want to take a minute to say how proud I am of everyone for staying in quarantine this long. We're in week 6 of our lockdown, and while you might be in need of a haircut, just think about how giddy with anticipation Locks of Love is right now. Many places have been successful in flattening their curves, and for that, we should give ourselves a pat on the back. The key word here is ourselves. Don't go over to your friend's place and pat them on the back. It would undo all of our hard work. As my dad, Mr. G, taught me, don't celebrate before you make it to the end zone. Let me illustrate for you. And he's got his help. He's running down the field. He's keeping socially distant. Wow, he washed that one right off of his hands. He's staying mass. He's bending the curve. And oh no, he went to a party. All that hard work down the drain. Oh, that's what you call a second wave outbreak right there, folks. A lot has been said over the weekend about whether or not Donald Trump actually suggested that injecting someone with disinfectant could cure them of COVID-19. After rotating through a few different explanations, Trump claims that he was asking a very sarcastic question to the reporters, which reminds me of the sarcastic questions I asked pretty girls in college. Hey, you want to see a movie sometime? No? Yeah, I know. I don't even like movies. It's called sarcasm. Somehow, the best explanation Trump could come up with for his inability to read the warning label on any cleaning product is that he's using coronavirus briefings as a platform to pitch himself as the new host of Punk'd. In his defense, he's used to hiring undocumented immigrants to do his cleaning, so he never had to do it himself. Or pay them properly. Zoom parties are starting to become a nightly ritual for many Americans as they search for ways to deal with social distancing, which is really affecting my ability to pass gas in my own home. Normally I'd fart worry-free, but it can be hard to get a word in edgewise if I'm finally getting my chance to speak after listening to my friends recount the NFL draft pick by pick. I don't know if I can mute that toot. But my favorite person in every Zoom party is whoever is baking during it. Even though I can't try their treats, it's like I'm at a watch party for a private version of the Great British Bake Off. And the only reason these cookies aren't getting a Paul Hollywood handshake is because no one is shaking hands these days. In these difficult times, it's important to remember that there are those out there working hard to keep the rest of us sane. So, from his mansion, I bring you our lifestyle correspondent, Kevin McLean.
Hi, Josh. It's a pleasure to be with you this morning to report on the people hit hardest by this pandemic, celebrities.
I'm sorry, Kevin. Not the healthcare workers or delivery drivers or grocery store clerks?
I'm not saying any of those people have it easy, but none have stood on the front line of this pandemic and stood against the slings and arrows of our society like celebrities.
I mean, it is true that celebrities have been getting a lot of criticism for their behavior during the pandemic, but in fairness, they've been pretty tone deaf.
Gal Gadot's singing voice is not the issue here, Josh. It's the message behind it. Even in these times of isolation, the beautiful people of Hollywood continue to create art of the highest form. Take J-Lo. Why stream Parasite on Amazon when you can watch her Instagram and feel like you're a part of the movie?
Yeah, I'm not sure that that's quite the same experience as watching Bong Joon-ho's Oscar-winning masterpiece about class and inequality.
These celebrities have let us into their homes to entertain and show the uggos of the world, like yourself, that we're all in this together.
That right there is the problem. Celebrities isolating in their massive homes isn't the same as me having to isolate in my studio apartment and go without my paycheck.
Tragically, some celebs' carefully curated artistic messages have been misinterpreted as unfeeling and classist, and they've been forced to film their Instagram videos from the darkest, most depressing corners of their homes and yachts just so they don't get harassed. Just look at the dungeon I'm forced to film from.
I'm sorry, the dungeon?
Yes! This is my third largest fireplace. I can barely even feel its comforting warmth.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack there, but back to celebrities. They're still doing some things to help people who are really hurting from this virus, right?
I suppose there are some stories. George Clooney donating $1 million to relief efforts. Tom Hanks donating his blood to help try and find a cure. But does any of that really distract from the constant horror of coronavirus?
Well, I mean, those things don't distract from the constant horror, but
Exactly.
they definitely aim
So the
to.
next time Madonna posts a video of herself singing about fried fish in her bathroom, recognize that every moment you're cringing at her, you're not thinking about your parents dying of COVID-19. And be thankful that these celebrities are making fools of themselves in the safety of their own homes, instead of somewhere where they could actually hurt you, like the White House.
Well, I suppose that is a small comfort, Kevin. I hope you stay healthy among your many fireplaces, and we'll check in with you again later.
Josh.
That's our show, folks. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and for the love of America, please keep staying home.